Hello there, this is Simon from Readers in the Know, and I'm here to show you some updates to the software that drives this site. Over the last year or so, Amazon made some changes on their end that ended up partially breaking some of the automatic processes I'd created for fetching review counts, average rating, and Kindle pricing of your books. I won't bore you with the details, suffice to say I eventually found a workaround solution. So let's dive in and show you what's changed. Assuming you've already registered and created your author profile, I'm going to show you the process for adding a new book and how that's changed. As before, we select books from the publishing menu and click the Add Book button. Here it prompts you for the ASIN. Since, sadly, I haven't written any new books recently, I'm going to use an ASIN from another author's book, which I'm going to paste in here. And I'm going to assume that it's available in all the usual Amazon stores. We'll find out if that's the case in a minute or so. As before, the server goes off and queries the various regional Amazon databases for all the details it can find there. And again, since this doesn't include Kindle pricing or review counts, we then launch a second process. The difference now is that while before you had to wait for that second process to finish, we now do that in the background and take you straight to the new book form. So it's actually a little bit quicker now. Okay, so first off, the system has noticed that the book's author on Amazon is the wonderful Peter James and not me, and that if I were to really add this book, Readers in the Know would show the author as me, Simon, rather than Peter James. But I'm not actually going to add it, of course, since this is just a demo to show off the process of adding a new book. Here you'll see pretty much the same form as before, but with reviews and pricing temporarily covered up with a little notice saying these will be updated shortly. As before, you then go down the form, adding all the other necessary info that's not available from the Amazon databases. By the time you've completed this, there's a good chance the review counts and pricing will have already appeared. If not, you can either save it straight away and then come back later and check it, or wait another minute or so for the info to appear on the form. There you go, the results are now back. Although visiting readers to the site will still only see the cumulative totals of the reviews and ratings averaged across the US, UK, Canada and Australia, basically the English-speaking Amazon markets, we now also store these individual tallies for your own information. Furthermore, you'll now see that there's a link here which will display embedded versions of the review pages from those countries below here. So you can come back at any time and check if the totals are up to date or whether you've just received some new reviews in one of these countries. In the background, we'll be running regular scripts that update all of these on at least a weekly basis, as well as right before any promos or Book of the Day ads you run on your book. But you can also change these manually, just by typing new values into these boxes. The totals update automatically, and then clicking Save at the bottom. So let's scroll down now and look at the pricing that's come back. Okay, so here you can see that for some reason it's returned 0 for the price in Australia. If we use the link provided here, we can go and manually check the book's page on amazon.com.au to see why that might be. And here we can see the reason. The book is not currently available in Australia. So let's return to the book page and deselect Australia from the book's availability settings. So now readers in Australia will no longer be shown this edition of the book. If things change on Amazon, you can come back and reselect it and enter the appropriate price. Now we just hit the Save button at the bottom and the new book would appear to all new visitors to the website. But of course I'm not going to do that because this is not my book, and Peter James might get upset, even though he's actually a lovely guy. The other major changes concern the scheduling of promotions, for which I've created a separate screencast. Thank you for listening.